Growing up when I was younger, there was a saying that went Honda ke koloi, which loosely is translated into there's no match for a Honda car. And it further went on to say, Hi Duma Yatsama, which spoke to its reliability because once you start it, you just watch it go. Now, over the years, the Honda brand has sort of lagged behind and been eclipsed by other brand models. Well, I think Honda wants to change that by bringing in the new CR-V. The CR-V gets a more modern design, it's sophisticated, it's purposeful, and it's sporty. And I think that combined with its bigger proportions and just a bigger stance, it takes it away from the notion that it's just a mommy van for the mommy to take the kids to school or to practice and run around. This actually says the guys can also drive it. It gets new LED daytime running lights, a big grille that is all glassed out, and also talking about a big grille, we have a big badge. And as you can see over here, we also have your front camera. Now what you also do get is a new front bumper and as well as these fog lights over here. Coming over to the side, you get standard 19-inch wheels, and I think they really do look quite nice on this car. And it also has a very sleek design as well as a sloping roof. It also gets new stainless steel exhaust finishes as well as a new bumper. Overall, I do feel like it really is quite a nice design and it was going to give its competitors a bit of a run for their money. This blue is called the Grand Canyon blue, which I actually quite like. Let's check out the boot. Boot space with the rear seats up is a little bit of an iffy situation because the only way you can get more space is to put these rear seats down. And funny enough, what you do get is actually an interesting little thing over here. This is a double story panel situation. Not quite sure what they call this, but I think you can put all your valuables, your bag, your laptops, and hide it all under there so that the tsoties, so to speak, do not see it. But that's what I would use it for. And under here is also a spare wheel. The interior really does look good. I think it has matched up to some of its competitors. It feels more sophisticated and more premium. And I say that because the use of leather materials as well as this wooden panel over here in the dash area does quite uplift the cabin a bit. You also get this honeycomb air vent just above that wooden panel, which is quite a nice design and touch to it. You can control the vents just under there by using those toggles. Above it is a floating 9-inch screen digital infotainment system, and I do feel like the graphics could have been a little bit better. It's not as vibrant. It is easy to use, however, with all your controls over there, and it is compatible to Android and Apple CarPlay. Below here you have your charging pad, and you also get a USB charger as well as a C-type charger and a 12-volt socket. The gear lever could have gained from a more sophisticated and sleeker design. I mean, a rotary dial or a little bit of a bulkier sort of knob would have looked nicer here in the middle. You do have your 2 cup holders as well as some more storage space up in there. And of course, this model also gets the panoramic sunroof, which the base model does not get. The steering wheel does feel all right. It feels a little bit thin, but I think I can do with that. It can be adjusted to reach and rake. I also enjoy that this has dual climate control and that it has the information inside, sort of like digitally. That is pretty cool. Also, not forgetting your heated seats. In the middle row seats where the adults can comfortably sit, you have enough leg room as well as a bit of ample headroom. I'm not sure how this would fare for a taller person, but for me, it actually is quite okay. You also do get 2 C-type charging ports, and of course, the premium feel continues in the back with your wooden panel, as well as that piano black insert over there. The seats are quite comfortable, so overall, it is quite a comfortable cabin to be in. itself is pleasant enough for both city and highway driving. It offers quite a refined drivetrain. Fun fact actually, CRV stands for Comfortable Run-Around Vehicle, which it actually is. It's a 1.5 turbo 4-cylinder engine mated to a CVT gearbox with VTEC technology, and it adequately pushes out 140 kilowatts and 240 newton meters of torque. It's also well insulated with a fuel efficiency of around 7.5 to 8 liters per 100. It really is a good car. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, and I really didn't want to get to this point because it really sets a dampener on my mood because I really do like the look and feel of this car. I do like how it drives. I do like how it looks inside. It really is elevated. However, with a price tag of 959,900 Rand as a starter and 1,040,000 Rand for this top Ranger, it is quite a hefty price, and obviously there's tons of cars or SUVs in the market that you can get for way less.
Welcome back to Ignition GT. It's taken a long time for the 6th generation Honda CR-V to reach South African shores, but for many fans of the brand, the wait has been worth it. Will it succeed in luring new customers into Honda dealerships though? Tommy, I'll start with you.
I've got two things to say. This car looks amazing.
Yeah.
It really is. It's handsome, it's beautiful. It's obviously got all the tech and it's got a great engine, drives very well, very spacious. The only problem that it has, the only big problem that it faces, and this is a problem that not only this car faces, but let's say most of the legacy brands face, is their proliferation. Did you hear that?
Proliferation.
I like that. Yeah.
Chinese proliferation.
Yes. Yes.
That's the biggest problem it faces. And so you have to look at that in context and say, price-wise, what are you looking at? Compared to the competitors that are traditional, yes, you know, the Tiguans of the world, etc., and the new Chinese competitors.
To me, a CR-V customer is a particular person. It's a person who's probably owned other iterations of the car. They're probably the ones who are going to look at buying this vehicle. Conquest doesn't generally happen a lot with brands such as Honda and other brands in this country that have been here for a long time, but it's a legacy brand. They've got their people in a way. It's like Subaru in a way. But it's an interesting one, like how the consumers are going to react to it versus how we react to it as journalists.
I reckon the CR-V, it is truly exquisite. It is beautifully, beautifully made. The interior, the build quality will rival any German.
Yeah.
The engine's good. It's light on fuel for the first time, to my knowledge. It now has 7 seats. I will say the 7-seat mechanism, you need like a brain surgeon degree. I got the seat stuck like 3 times, but it has 7 seats. On the one side, I reckon this CR-V, how it looks, how it drives, how it feels, and the interior is a very, very good buy-down option for an X3 GLC Q5 customer is now a 1.5, 1.6 million Rand customer. That guy going, guys, I'm not sure. That's a step too far.
Yeah.
So that guy goes, okay, so 1050 for a Honda. The Honda, this is a premium car.
Yeah.
I don't care what badge is on it. It is a premium built car. The calibration, the way it drives, it's just lovely to drive.
Yeah. It's like a Civic in a way. I mean,
it is
such an underrated car, that Civic. Yeah.
So I would implore the viewers, if you're in the market for a C SUV, just go drive it.
It doesn't start at $1 million.
Yeah.
Okay, having said that, it is 140 kilowatts.
And other guys are
a little bit higher and more. So there is that. On top of that, playing devil's advocate myself, Hondas have always been premiumly priced. to tell you the truth.
They have.
In each segment, whether it's the hot hatches, whether it's the MPVs, the sedans,
Import
they've
brands.
always been more expensive than their competitors. You know, Honda has always been, let's say, for lack of a better description, the Mercedes-Benz of the
Yes.
segment.
I would say
So-
if you are a buyer that drives your car for a long time,
Yeah.
buy a CRV.
Yeah, the
Just
Honda
buy
will.
one.
Yeah,
it will.
it won't
It
go
will
wrong.
never
It won't go
break.
wrong. Yeah.
It will never, ever, ever break.
Yeah.
You will adore that car for 15 years.
But at the end of the day, where's your guys' money going? What are you spending on?
I love this Honda. I would definitely look at it, and for me, you know, the whole practicality thing just gives it a different dimension
Does
as
give
well.
it an edge.
You know, so you are getting a lot for your money.
Yeah.
I would definitely buy this Honda. It's really awesome, and it drives great. It drives like a Honda.
It is beautiful. Every now and often you come across a car, when you're in it and you're driving it, you just smile and you're like, everyone else bought the wrong car.
Yes.
You do get some of that here. Everyone that's in the market for a C SUV, including the premium guys, just go drive the Honda first.